I bought the place.
The whole place?
Yeah.
What for?
Because I wanted to.
Oh, come on.
No, I got a good deal.
And what about the boy wonder?
Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he'll stick around as long as I need him, and then I shall wave him goodbye. He's on to big things, is Mr. Chance. At least he thinks he is.
Where?
The motel.
And that setup, I'd say, was rather small.
Yeah, well, he's going to change all that.
Well, I don't see how.
As long as he does.
Reg.
What?
What is it all about?
Nothing, it's just a straightforward business deal.
Come on, tell me.
No, it makes no difference to you whatsoever. You just carry on as before, right?
I'm working for you.
Yeah. Is that so terrible?
I don't know.
Listen, I'll tell you the difference it'll make to you. You'll get your raise a damn sight earlier. That's what it'll mean to you.
And what else?
Now, you have a suspicious mind, young lady.
Only when I am talking to suspicious people.
Is that nice?
I don't know what it is.
Well, how about a little trust, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry to keep you. I got tied up.
It's all right, no problem.
Did you speak to Tim Atkinson?
Well, don't tell me that you haven't.
He seems happy with the deal.
And what about you?
Perfectly.
Good, that's what I like. Happiness all round. He will sort out the legal bump, and there will be no problem.
Oh, yes, Tim is a good man. And the sooner it goes through, the better it suits me. I've got a few moves that I've got to make.
Right. The accountant will talk to the lawyer, and the new share structure will be completed before we find a prospective buyer.
Have you thought of anyone?
Nope.
Did you think Adam might put the money up?
Now is not the right time to sell a boat.
Did he say that?
He said it last time he wanted to raise money and couldn't, and that was for a venture of his own. Now, as far as Adam is concerned, it's never the right time to sell his floating gin palace.
I do believe you're jealous.
What makes you say that?
Well, you wanted a boat.
Yeah. A real boat.
Yes, I'm sure. A real big boy's boat.
Don't send me up.
A boat's the one pleasure in Adam's life. He doesn't want to part with it. Can you blame him?
No, not really. And I'm not jealous. Though I realize now that that was just a middle-aged man's pipe dream. One last fantasy about getting out of the rat race.
He's getting morbid.
Does that mean you're joining the Adam camp?
Jill voted with you, and that's the important thing.
I don't like conflict. There's no need or use for it in a business, not a small business. I want Jill on my side. I want to make her a wealthier woman. If Adam would only shut up, I'd make him a wealthier man.
In the long run.
Well, if he can't wait, he can get out.
Jill would make him stay. She's very, very fond of him.
Yes, I know. I thought you'd have got over that by now.
What sort of completion date?
Well, no problems as far as I'm concerned.
I wouldn't want my haste to arouse suspicions.
It doesn't. Are you sweating on making your next move?
A bit.
Make it.
Dare I?
You have my word.
Fair enough, thanks.
Yes, Mac.
Oh, the kiosk needs cashing up.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll see to that. You carry on, Kid.
What's my job?
Come on, I don't want any demarcation disputes. When I said you'd get a raise, I expect a little cooperation, you know.
I knew there's a catch somewhere.
If I do well out of this place, it'll filter its way through all the way down the line.
We shall all hold our breath, Mr. Lamont. Sir?
Did I hear right? He's acting as if he owns this place.
Not quite, but he's on the way.
You're joking.
Mr. Lamont's a funny man.
Oh, yeah, laugh a minute. But what's happening, Sharon? Come on, let me have it.
Mr. Lamont has made Mr. Chance an offer he can't refuse.
Oh, and stay alive.
Oh, will you stop that?
Oh, we know what he's like.
I do, you don't?
Do you approve?
Well, it could be worse.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it could be the mafia.
Oh, don't be so silly.
Look, have you forgotten what he done to Eddie?
Mac, we don't have any say in this.
Like hell.
Oh, come on, we're small fry.
Does Mr. Chance know what he's really like?
Wouldn't make the slightest difference. Oh, I'd like to think it would, too, but it wouldn't. You see, Mr. Lamont has rather a lot of what Mr. Chance needs, i.e. money. So live with it, eh?
Are you going to?
Yeah, I'm going to. Providing there's nothing very funny in the small print, yeah.
Right. Old pipe's down, new pipe up. That's not bad for an evening's work.
Very good. Would you like some tea?
Oh, yeah, I'd love some.
Kevin, would you do me a favour?
Oh, yeah, if I can.
It's about this couple I know. An old man and his old lady. They live in this really run-down flat, you see, and it needs redoing. I mean, ever so much to them. So, I was wondering, would you lend me your paintbrushes and some paint?
Hang about it, you're going to start growing mad.
What do you mean?
Hey, me tools.
Yeah, I know, but I can't very well do it with my fingers.
I'm sorry, love, but you'd ruin them. They're my livelihood. Is that what the tea was in aid of?
No, of course not. You can get a backhander, you know, saying things like that to me. I'll go and make the tea. No conditions, just out of the goodness of my heart. Thought you might help for the same reason.
Oh.
Was it urgent? We're just leaving.
No, it's important, though.
All right.
I've sold the garage. I think you know what that means.
No, I don't.
Oh, David, I'm surprised. You're always one jump ahead of me.
You flatter me.
I was thinking of the reversion clause. The 5% that I sold to you. I have the right to buy it back within a year of transfer. Now, would you like a check now?
Wouldn't you rather wait until the sale of the garage goes through, until the ink on the contract is dry?
Well, there's no hurry then. But I just wanted you to know I intend to exercise the right within the year.
I didn't know, of course, but...
No, there's no need. It was an agreement between David and myself, a personal agreement. But you'll find it in the company documents. I hadn't intended to use it. It was my accountant's suggestion. Oh, and I buy back at the price that I sold. You should use him, David. He's a good man.
What I was going to ask is why? I thought you were thinking of withdrawing entirely.
Yes, I was, but if Jill and myself combined, then there is a stalemate. I mean, even if you both voted together. But I'm sure that good business sense will prevail, if only to keep you on your toes.
That's that, then. Shall we go? Unless, of course, you'd rather we stayed to watch you savor the situation.
No, no, no. I'm sure I can find more willing company.
Oh, yes.
She phoned today, Rose.
Fancy.
She sounded ever so depressed. I suppose we ought to invite her round for supper one evening, didn't we?
No, we've only just got her out of here. I'm not inviting her back in again, not even for supper, not yet anyway. She's like Death Watch Beetle. Once you get it in, it's hard to get it out.
Oh, is that because of what happened on New Year's Eve?
Hello. It's perishing out.
Yeah, well, as my old dad always used to say on a cold day, cold enough for a walking stick.
What did that mean?
Well, it's a joke.
How's Glenn?
Well, I went up about quarter of an hour ago. She's half asleep. The doctor came this afternoon, gave me some tablets to give her. She's taken the first one, but she's still feeling ever so bad.
Oh, poor kid. I bought some magazines, might cheer her a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Think I'll take him up now, all right?
Yeah. Supper will be at least half an hour.
Okay.
What were you talking about just then?
What, supper or Glenda's tablet?
You know what I mean. What did you mean when you said, what about New Year's Eve?
Just that. I mean, you didn't think I'd forgotten about it, did you? Because I hadn't mentioned it lately.
Has Rose been talking?
Well, you know Rose, she never stops.
Now, don't evade the subject, Kath. You brought it up. What did she say?
Nothing. But I know you, Arthur. You just can't take drink. When you've had a certain amount, you start getting ideas. By which time you've had too much to do anything about them, even if you wanted to, which I doubt. And I know Rose.
What, you don't think
For
that
a week, you walked round with the same expression you had in your face when Mrs. Lester said in front of everyone that your bowls outing went past the strip club.
Yes, well, perhaps I was a bit stupid with Rose, but I've never...
Oh, I know.
That's not why I want her out of here. She's wearing you out. You haven't invited Rose already, have you?
No.
Why do I always have to look on the black side? I mean, it might be a summons for the rates, or somebody come to cut off the gas.
Hello, Iris.
All right.
Yeah.
Glenda wasn't feeling too good, so I thought I'd come round, you know, brought her these.
Oh, that is kind of you. Oh, Glenda will appreciate that.
That's very thoughtful, I'm sure.
Kevin's up with her at the moment, but she'll be ever so pleased to see you.
Are you sure it's all right, then?
How did you hear about Glenda, I mean?
Well, Mum told me.
Yeah, I was speaking to her on the phone. She sounded ever so down. She's not sickening for flu, is she?
No, it's because of me, innit?
Oh.
Well, I think she feels she's made a bit of a mistake moving into Mavis's. I really believe she reckoned I'd forgive her, we'd live happily ever after. It was never on, was it? I told her not to expect anything.
Iris. Hello, Iris.
Hello, Kev. Come round to see Glenda. You know, better than sending a card.
Smashing. Look, really pleased with that. You can go up now if you like.
OK.
Look at you. We've only got to mention Rose and you get all knotted up and worried. Now do you see why I don't want her around here?
Ah, I was just beginning to get a bit tired of waiting. So I thought, shall I go? Shall I let him go all the way to Chimneys on his own? And then I thought, what if he doesn't come? So, coward that I am, I decided not to take the risk. What's the matter?
I'm just looking.
Hmm?
Oh, God, I've had a hell of a day. I really think that it's time that I should quit.
What do you mean exactly?
Walk away, let him have it.
David?
Yes. It's what he's always wanted, complete control without question. I mean, from where I stand, Jill, really doesn't seem worth fighting off.
Just a minute, you mean leave altogether?
Yes.
No!
It wouldn't make any difference.
It would to me.
Look, Jill, I'm not saying that he's going to run this place into the ground. Of course he's not. I mean, you'll be safe. It's quite understandable that, well, that over certain issues he's going to sway you and count on you. Now, I accept that. It's to be expected.
Yes, but listen...
Yes, but he cannot be right over every issue.
No, of course not.
Will you try telling him that?
Look, I don't always have to be on his side.
No, but it would be better in the long run. He'll see you all right. I need to stand back and take a breather. Now, it's silly to make a rush decision.
What exactly?
Well, to sell up and go.
Heavens, no!
Do you know what? I'll go now.
What?
Right now.
Adam!
This evening.
Go where?
To the boat, maybe.
Oh, no, Adam. Please don't.
Oh, my poor little lost soul.
Well, I would be.
Nonsense. I tell you what, I know that would be ridiculous. And undo all my logical thinking.
What?
I was going to say if you came too.
To the boat?
It's quite safe and you'd be cozy.
Oh.
Is it not a good idea?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Really?
Yes.
An awful lot of people are going to be very surprised.
Well, we'd have to tell them, of course.
Well, I hadn't intended to.
Well, it's not really fair to David.
Well, David hasn't been very fair to me.
Well, look, I'll ring him.
No. No, I'll do that. How long will it take you to get a few things together?
Well, by the time you're there, I'll be ready and waiting.
Good girl, I'll pick you up in half an hour.
Warm winter woolies?
Every precaution. Hello, David. Yes, look, I know you're not going to go overboard about this.
He's going to think we're mad. Bye.
I'm going to take a break.
Do you get out much? Discoing, that sort of thing?
Too busy.
Life's not all good works.
Not like that, you know. A simple-minded do-gooder.
I would never accuse you of being simple-minded, and as far as doing good's concerned, what's wrong with doing good?
It's just a bandage, what I want to do for the Chesters. The only real solution's political. Besides, most people do good works just to avoid their own problems.
That's not true with you, is it?
I just want things to be better. Is that so wrong? I mean, what's wrong with people is they can't see it doesn't take much to make things better. Like Kevin. I asked him if I could use his paintbrushes and he wouldn't let me. Said it was his livelihood. I mean, he's lucky to have a livelihood. Sometimes I think all men are like that. They're just selfish.
You were going to ask Mr. Hunter if he had asked about the job.
Sorry, you're right. All men are selfish. I forgot.
It's all right.
Tomorrow, I'll talk to Mr.
No,
Charles.
I'll go and see him myself.
Well, I just said tomorrow.
Yes, but you said that yesterday and the day before. I mean, I know it doesn't mean much to you,
Carole.
not like it does to me, but I'd have gone straight away if you just...
Carole, I would like to do it. I will do it. Just that I've been under a lot of pressure.
Yes, I understand.
tomorrow.
No, tomorrow I'll go and see him.
What did I do?
Nothing.
I thought you'd like it.
That is not enough of a reason to buy a garage.
And it happens to be a profitable concern. Yeah, so it's a good idea, huh? Anyway, all this rubbish with Adam, the rows and the walkouts, that's not for you. You're better than that, and you know it. He's a prune. He's a small-time operator. I know. I've seen him get eaten alive. Get within sniffing distance of the big time, and it's goodbye Adam Chance. Well, you need him like you need a coat of varnish. He's an up-front man. He's a smoothie. He's made his mark, and that's it. Finish.
I'm not so sure.
Well, I am. Hey, don't tell me you're impressed with the varnish.
You wouldn't impress me with a complete respray, but there are those who are susceptible.
Listen, we'll make this work for us.
Us?
Yeah, there's a partnership.
Reg, there's nowhere to go in that direction, not with me.
Did I say anything about... tell me something, just for the record. Do you hate my guts?
Oh, of course I don't.
Ah, well, I remember a time when you did, and it's not all that long ago, hmm? So I would say that's progress, wouldn't you? And in the right direction.
Ah, evening, Mr. Astley. You may won't be long.
Evening, Mavis.
Oh, it's you.
As ever was.
I suppose Mr. Astley let you in. Light-haired gent, dark overcoat.
Tall man, looks like an undertaker's clerk.
But very respectable and dependable. Except he's liable to open the door to anybody.
Now, that's not
What are you doing back here?
It's not a very nice or polite thing to say now, is it, Mrs. Hooper?
Oh, so you remember who I am, do you? Thought you might have forgotten after all this time.
Well, I've got a job locally.
What you want? A round of applause? Why have you come here?
Well, that's a funny thing to say, everything considered.
I don't hear nobody laughing.
You always were a bit of a card.
I'm still waiting to hear the rest of what you've got to say.
Well, I've got a job. It's a very good job. Although I say it myself, I'm a very good mechanic. Well, I've got this job, but,
Here it comes.
I've got nowhere to live. So the first place I thought of was here.
It would be.
I thought if anyone would put me up, you would. Oh, come on, you're not going to turn me out, are you?
Haven't lost none of your sauce, have you? You breeze in here, cool as you please, and expect me to let you move in. Well, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Mavis.
Why should I?
Well, for a start, I am your husband.